Hi, this is your introduction to the two articles, the article and chapter for this week's second discussion. So in these two readings, the authors take up the issue of loyalty, and they do so in very different styles and from very different sources. So I just want to give you a quick introduction to how to read these together. So basically, history writing requires two different components. It requires narrative, or the telling of a story, and it also requires an argument. You're trying to convince your reader of something through the use of your sources and your analysis. So these work together in most studies. You've probably noticed it in the Metcalfes already. They're telling you a story, but they're trying to prove your point at the same time. Now, these two articles that I have assigned take up sort of the different ends of that spectrum. Okay, Gordon's piece is very, very strong on narrative. He emphasizes this. And the Maskil piece on the killer khilats very much emphasizes argument. And you can see this in the structure of how they put their piece of writing together. Both are correct ways of doing history. One is not better than the other inherently, but each is more useful for different things. I would suggest that you consider reading the Gordon first. I think you'll like it. It's kind of easy and it takes you in very quickly. Read the Maskil piece second. It's less easy, but it's more provocative. Okay, so the first one, the Gordon piece on blood and salt on the Mughal Emperor Babur, after whom the elephant Babar is named. It's based on his memoirs, the memoirs of this first Mughal emperor, and Gordon's, supplemented by Gordon's kind of extensive knowledge of the Muslim world, pre-modern Muslim world. And all of it, everything in the study, I think, takes place before 1526. And 1526 is one of those watershed moments in Indian history. This is the moment the Mughals arrived, and it's considered a turning point in modern South Asia. So you've got this kind of hinge point, but Gordon's giving you the story beforehand. Okay? Michelle Maskil and her co-author are a little bit less easy, and they work from different kinds of sources, right? They're digging around in stories that have been handed down, but stories of deceit and deception, which kind of shows the ways that practices are handled and people's concerns about them. So kind of uncovering the power of weakness, you might say, rather than the normative practice of how it's supposed to go. So those are the two pieces. Read them comparatively and take notes on them. Write down what you think is interesting. Use as many notes as you can so that you can refer back to it for the discussion. Okay, thanks.